for you. You've always been a rough, a tough, a super competitor in the ring. I didn't mind you using my name even, Superstar. But let me tell you something, when you get out here in front of all these people on nationwide TV and tell them how gutless you are and what a coward you are because you won't even accept this challenge match, well, it just irks me deep inside. Let me tell you something, I came out here because I want to do something for the final and last time. I want to challenge you to a match. Here, and I want you to listen tight. And it's for the Superstar name, brother. We're going to separate the men from the boys. And the basis of this match is, at the end of the match, should I lose, very bad, you know, forget about it. Anyway, should I lose, the bottom line is, I'll call myself the Fallen Star, Big Bubba. I'll come on TV right here and tell everybody that I'm not the Superstar. But the bottom line is, if you lose, you understand? You'll never use the name Superstar again.
You're picking on him because you think he lost one match. I love it, as a matter of fact.
I'm not picking on anybody.
Yeah.
The bottom line is, I'm just asking for an extra match on the card. It's not going to interfere with anything else.
You mean you will have your regular match, just add a match?
Hey, man to man, it's a personal challenge.
I love it.
Superstar, like it's Superstar.
Yeah, I got enough confidence. I love it. But, of course, I can't make the match officially, Billy. We're going to have to get out here, Eddie Marlin, if we can. Eddie, I know you're back there, sorry, a little bit earlier before the show. If we can get you out, I think hopefully you've heard exactly the conversation. What he's saying is we don't cancel any matches that are on the card next week. It's simply a matter of adding a match to it, Ed. And I got to tell you, I love the idea. He thinks he's jumping on somebody that's down.
I love the idea, too, and I happen to have my briefcase here, and I've always got contracts in it. I'll need their name on the door.
Okay. Hey, you're willing to sign for the contract. Okay. All right. Where is he? Big Bubba. Sitting it down here. And
Russell and Mr. Marlin accepted the challenge, right?
There it is, right there.
Come on, little man. Come on, come on.
Hey. You're awful big. You're as big as an ox and twice as smart, I bet you. Now, let me read it. You never read it. You just did it. Now, just hang on here.
Take your time. We got all the time in the world. I mean, little man, little feet, little hands, little voice, squeak, squeak, squeak.
Right,
let me tell you,
there ain't no part in here where he says about the Superstar part. If you just write it in.
Just
write it in.
Come on there, little guy.
Write it in there in your head.
Stipulation, Eddie. I think you heard it.
Those real big words, don't it?
Start again.
Come on.
See you next week. Like I told, brother, you're big, but you're awful dumb. You never read nothing. I wish I had a contract on you for money, Jack. I'd have all you
Take your
got.
time. I know it's very hard for that little bitty brain in that very little man to understand those big, big words.
Loser will not use name Superstar anymore.
Okay,
That's
there it is.
correct, Very good. You can learn to write. Oh, it's great. Can you walk and talk?
Okay, hey, how about you initialing this right here? Because he added it in there, and and it wasn't part of the original. We want to make it legal. Okay.
I know it's very hard.
That's right. Loser will not use Superstar name further.
This match is signed, and I'll be right there to watch it.
Okay, I'm glad that, and that of course means none of the other matches are canceled or anything. It's just added to the card, right? I love it. You think you've taken a guy who's down, as a matter of fact, and you're going to pick on him while he's down. And
How much farther down can you get beneath the...
very funny.
I've just been thinking. You're a great big dude. Call yourself the Superstar. Now, I'm not as big as you, but I've always thought I was pretty tough. And if we're going to fight, we got to have some rules, right? Isn't there always rules in a fight?
Yes, sir,
Rules?
certainly.
What rules? We don't need rules.
Oh, you want to go without the rules, huh? Is that
What
what
you're telling me, Bubba, is that you don't mind we're going to get in there and we can just, no rules, right? I would like to have some rules in this because you're a big, strong dude, Bubba.
That's the idea. What rules? We don't need no rules. You believe it's rulesy one.
Well, that's a good reasonable
I'm going
thought.
to give you one more time. Do you want to have rules or don't you?
Rules. All right, Bill.
I think that kind of gives you an idea about the attitude. Big Bubba Bubba thinks he's messing with some guy who just because he lost one match and a title in there is all through. He found out. Yeah. That's Bill's interpretation of no rules, Dave. Yeah, I think that's a good idea to get the big Bubba out of here. He may have found himself in a situation that is not exactly the way he thought it was going to be, that he's talking about the little people and all that sort of thing.
Boy, I tell you, he doesn't want any rules. He is definitely dealing with the wrong guy to have a match like that. I just got to tell you. It's
Whoa, we're going to take time out. We're going to be back in just one moment. Action coming up Wednesday night at the Coliseum. But first, let me tell you that Thursday, September the 10th, Huntingburg, Tennessee, Indiana, that is, action will be coming to Memorial Gym. Thursday, September the 10th, Huntingburg, Indiana. Thursday, September the 17th, Olytic, Indiana, at the Community Center right there. Be looking for championship wrestling. Wednesday, students, your time. Man, I'm telling you, you not only have got a great deal on the admission, but what a great card. All students from kindergarten through 12th grade admitted to general admission, $3. That's exactly right. You'll be seeing Bill Dundee going against King Carl Fergie. You'll be seeing Super Bubba and Rocky Soul Man Johnson. They'll have a dance contest before they ever get underway with the match. Mid-America title, Jarrett and Mighty Goliath, nasty match with Diamond and Tanaka against the Nasty Boys. Then the war match with Don Bass, Jerry the King Lawler, anything goes. You be there. Singing cowboy Don Bass.
Yeah.
Drop kick me, Jesus,
Boy, he hit that ring and took off after Ed Maddox. He didn't even get a chance to do the introduction.
Yeah, no introduction time at all. Ed Maddox, of course, out of Memphis, Tennessee. Don Bass out of Greasy Corner, Arkansas. He's got Maddox up in the air, drops him right down, right on his face. There's a cover, counts it 2 and 3. Got him. Short match, 22 seconds the time on it.
Hey, what's going to happen to Lawler, man? You said what's going to happen to Lawler? That's what's going to happen to him, brother.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, I don't think you will find it quite that easy, with all due respects to Ed. 22 seconds, is that what it was?
22 seconds, the official time on it.
You know, when you get guys stunned and you get the kind of weight that Bass has on top like that, it is very difficult to kick out. And, of course, he had that one leg up there where he had him down in a 1-2-3 position. So a very short match for Don Bass. What in the world does the King have? I recognize boxing gloves and a hickory stick. What in the world do you have, Jerry? You've got a whole pile of
Let me
stuff
put all
out
this
here.
stuff down here. If we can, just for a second here. Did I drop anything, leave anything? No, I got it all.
Think you got a bunch
Oh,
right
I've
there.
been listening to Don Bass out here run his mouth, and Prince run his mouth about what took place in the match last week. Now, you said it right, Lance. There was an opportunity during that match. As a matter of fact, before the match even started, I told him, after he had brought that entire commission down there, and I brought all my army down there, I said, okay, let's do it this way. He started complaining. I said, I'll send all my guys back to their dressing room if you send all yours back.
Right.
But he didn't want to do it. He wanted them to stay out there. And I guess there was a little, you know, if the big fat slob fell out of the ring, he's so clumsy, he fell out of the ring a couple times. And I guess somebody did punch him in the nose. Well, I can't help that. And he's complaining about it. So he says now this week that he's going to have all of his guys, and since there's no disqualification, he's going to turn them loose on me. He says that every time I'm thrown out of the ring or if I get out of the ring, they're going to kill me. Didn't he say they're going to kill me?
Going to kill you.
They're going to kill me. Let me just tell you this, Don Bass. If I dug myself a grave every time somebody said they was going to kill me, I'd be eating chop suey in China right now. But I ain't, brother. I'm right here. And I'm going to be here for a long, long time. I can tell you that. Now, we're talking about the World Heavyweight Championship belt. Of course, first of all, we're talking about the Southern Heavyweight Championship. But the reason I say the World Championship is because everybody knows that you got to have the Southern Championship to get a shot at the world title. And I'm going to start right at the bottom rung, and I'm going to climb that ladder one more time to get another shot at Kurt Hennig. And the first rung on that ladder is getting my belt back around my waist, and that's what I'm going to do this week. Now, we got ourselves what's called a war match, and the reason it's called that is because that's simply what it's going to be. Now, all you said you're going to do is you're going to have all your friends around the ring. That's fine. Bring them on down there. But it'd be awful silly. It'd be awful silly, Don Bass, to have yourself a war and have yourself an army and have them unarmed, wouldn't it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have all my men down at ringside, and they are going to be armed because there's no disqualification, so I guess that means anything goes,
That's
right?
correct.
Well, I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to call some of my friends out here right now, if I can. How about Rocky Johnson? Rocky Johnson back there, if we can get Rocky out.
Well, I'll tell you what, with no disqualification and everybody that's lined up in here, and now the king getting ready to arm his troops.
Rocky, I got something for you down there for this match. I want you to have these on when the match starts, and anytime Don Bass comes out there, I want you to hit him so many times and so hard with the left hand that he'll beg you to